The dictator in Baku continues to bluster, directly and indirectly threatening our country, saying, and I quote, "We are increasing our military potential. Modern UAVs and new artillery systems have been supplied. We must be ready for war at any moment." End quote. Meanwhile, in Armenia, the selfie fanatic occupying the prime minister's seat pins vain hopes on peace, saying, for example, and I quote, "It is possible that there will be no significant increase in budget expenditures for 2026, or an increase in defense spending at all. I think it's logical, at least this is our assessment at the moment." End quote. As we know, during another speech, he also expressed these absurd thoughts, and I quote again, "The army should not even be the second, third, fourth, or fifth tool of security. The army should be the very last resort for security." End quote. Our enemies are preparing for war and promoting militarism with bellicose rhetoric within their country, while the neo-Bolshevik traitors are preparing for peace and preaching obedience with empty words about solidarity within our country. One is preparing to dominate, the other to be enslaved, and in your opinion, in this ruthless world where a bloody struggle is waged for every square meter of land, which force will prevail and hold the future in its hands? Of course, the treacherous and anti-Armenian policy pursued by our government corresponds to their miserable and cowardly nature. They keep our society under hypnosis, lulling people into a false sense of security, but we have no doubt that this entire peace agenda will one day collapse like a house of cards right on the heads of those peacemakers, after which it will become obvious to everyone that it is impossible to reject the laws of nature and live well. It will cruelly show that by rejecting the laws of nature and the struggle, we are rejecting peace, life, and also our future. Let's learn from our enemies and understand what follows what. When a truly nationalist political force one day comes to power in Armenia, it will be well aware and will constantly instill in all our citizens that our army should not be the last or even the third or second tool of our homeland security, but unequivocally the first and most important one.